Hey everybody, it's Riley here at concealedcarry.com, and I'm excited to do with you an unboxing and first glance review of a relatively new product, new to me anyway, called guntrainingsites.com. At least, I mean, that's as far as I know about the product. Jacob actually met and talked with these guys at the recent NRA annual meetings and show, and I did not, so I wasn't there. They sent us this for review for us to look at and evaluate. And so we have here this box. As you can see, it kind of came a little bit in rough shape from the Postal Service. Thank you, USPS. Some holes punched through the back here and in the front, but it made it here, so that's good. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into this and see what we have here in this box, all right? So the idea here is that this is a product that's really intended more towards instructors, firearm instructors, although it could be, I think, anybody that just wants to be able to understand or communicate how sights work, how optics work, or at least how they should be used. And so we'll go ahead and jump right into this. And so what you're going to see here is we have a number of these plastic pieces that have some different images on them, okay? So obviously some sights, some rear sights is obviously very Glock looking, and front sight here. And if we turn it around, now we have more of a traditional 3-dot arrangement there, okay? I guess you could even do a hybrid. You could have, you know, a different colored front sight versus rear sights, right? Okay, so, and actually this has got a slot so you can insert this through here. It's a little bit tight, okay, a little tighter than I think I expected, but so you can actually hold it up and display it like that. So that's kind of nice, that's handy, I think. All right, so there's that one, okay. And it looks like we got something that's gonna be optic related here, red dot related, okay. Something else that looks, okay, so now we have an optic housing of some kind. So we could obviously utilize this with this, okay, there we go, okay. All right, and this does have a remove film. That would be ideal because now I'm looking at a sticker. There we go. So now, all right, we got a nice clean red dot or optic sight picture, okay. There's the circle dot or circle reticle or kind of the EOTech style reticle. I oftentimes just prefer a single dot, so that's probably what I would use or refer to the most. But sometimes I have students that need help understanding that. Okay, so that's cool, that's good. We got something else here. Also remove film. Let's go ahead and remove the film now so we get it out of the way. All right, yeah, this is what you get with an unboxing video. Okay, that is really stuck on there pretty good. That's good. Okay, well, we're failing here on removing the film, but, oh, there we go. We got it. This, I believe, is to pair with the optic housing, all right? So it's got some notches there. I'm gonna guess it goes in like this. Yeah, so now that will sit in place. And what we have here is, again, two options. So this is to simulate that I've got my optic housing and backup iron sights. And I could go with a traditional 3-dot arrangement or blacked out, which is what I like to often have with my backup iron sights on my optic equipped guns. Is I just prefer the backup iron sights to be blacked out. So that's a good sight picture there. And then of course I could overlay this on there as well. And I think you can even, if you want, slip probably this up in here. Okay, there you go. Yeah. So there you go. Got my red dot with backup iron sights in here, so we can kind of show what that's supposed to look like. Looks like we got something else here. Oh, okay. So this would be those that are familiar with the big dot sights from like XS sights. There's that, which is, I mean, I guess that's good. I don't see this as commonly anymore. I don't recall the last time I had a student in a class that even had these on their pistol. So this is not, you know, something that I'm all that concerned about showing or communicating most times, but it's, I guess, good to have. But interesting also that they make something like this. So, and you can see you can move this around within there and kind of show, you know, that, hey, when we're actually aiming our guns, things don't ever truly hold perfectly still, right? Because we're human and we have muscles and joints and things that just are constantly moving. Even the blood coursing through my veins are going to cause some amount of vibration in my hands, my arms, my feet. And so, you know, this is, the truth is, you know, communicating a sight picture is it's always kind of, you know, front sight, rear sight are moving independently of each other, and all that's also moving independently of my intended target, my intended point of aim. And so it's cool that you can, you know, communicate that a little bit, show that, and help students understand that, yeah, ideally we're trying to get that perfect sight picture, but the reality is it's really just a question of managing a sight picture as well as we can. Now, one thing that I wish you could do with this is I'm finding this is actually quite restrictive. I think it would be nice if it were more open. I could see it's open across the top, like this section here is not totally sealed off, so that passes through there. So if I had this up in there, I'd like to be able to move that a little more freely. It's quite stiff. Now maybe it breaks in over time, I don't know, this is brand new. Because again, the truth is you see how so the easier thing to do is just to do something like that, right? And so then I can communicate, hey, you know, we're trying to manage that as well as we can on target and center things up as best we can. But really, we have to just sort of embrace the wobbles to some degree, manage it as good as we can, and when it's acceptable enough, we send the shot. And sometimes acceptable enough is the front sight anywhere in the rear notch, right? Because our target's big enough or close enough. And other times, what's good enough is it's got to be pretty equal, you know, height, equal light sort of thing. Okay, so, and sometimes you don't even really need anything at all because you're just that good or you're that close. So really interesting, cool products here. Now, I have used something similar from a competing company. I haven't gotten into everything yet here in the box. I have something similar from a competing company that I've used for several years, but everything that they send is, well, at least that I'm familiar with, is on like some kind of acrylic card or whatever, which is basically what this is, okay? And I could tell you straight up that over time, they're very sensitive to scratching, you know, especially if you handle them in a dusty or dirty environment. I spend a lot of time on ranges. So even though I keep the other competing product of these in a plastic bag and try to keep that sealed up and keep it in a, you know, nice safe place, over time things are just going to get a little bit scratched up, and that's just the way it's going to go. I know that they went through all the effort to have things, you know, protected with this film so that it wouldn't get scratched or whatever during transport, but I would just not worry too much about things getting scratched because it's going to happen with this type of material. It's inevitable. But I've used those for a number of years, and it is helpful to have something like that at times to answer questions, to explain what I see when I'm using my sights to someone else, because I can try to explain it verbally, but that only gets you so far. There are plenty of times I use the example where I'll hold up my front sight or my finger here as a front sight and my two fingers here as a rear sight and kind of explain something like that. And that works pretty well, but there are times I'll pull those cards out of my pocket and then actually demonstrate what we're talking about. Like a good example, and I'm going to go ahead and just remove the backup iron sights here to get those out of the equation. But like a good example of this is explaining to someone that is new to optics that they don't have to use an optic on a pistol and keep that red dot centered in the window of the optic. Because I have met shooters that think that the idea is I get my gun on target and I get my dot on target and I got to make sure that dot's in the center of the window. And while that is true to get maximum accuracy and precision out of your optic on a gun, it's actually not necessary, and especially in pistol shooting where most of our stuff is at distances close enough that this sort of thing and parallax and all that just doesn't really matter. And so, you know, what I want to communicate to a shooter is, hey, if your dot's on the target, even if the window is every which way, if the dot's on the target, you can send the shot. And so I like this and being able to show and demonstrate that to someone. And I can do that with the other, you know, training sites, cards, whatever, that are very similar to this. And that's something I've done for a long time. So anyway, very, very cool product. the one thing is they're kind of big. And again, for an instructor, maybe that's not a big deal. Maybe they would just keep them in their training, range bag or whatever. I like something that's a little bit more pocket friendly, pocket oriented, because I don't want to have to be going back and forth to my bag all the time for things. So one thing that's nice about that competing product is I could just fit them in my back pocket. However, there is something here I noticed once we got everything else out of the box there, that we've got, oh, wow, that's really sticky. We've got something here that is pocket sized. And so this is a little miniature version, at least of the iron sights. It'd be nice if there's something similar for the red dot optic version. And there you go. This is actually really, really handy to me. These, yeah, they're cool. And it's nice that they are big. But this to me is perfect right here, because you can see everything you need to see. They're plenty big to communicate the concepts involved in using sights and aiming your gun. Again, kind of tight to manipulate that front sight within that notch. So if I wanted to demonstrate that a little bit better, I would just pull it out. I think this really exists so that you can, like I said, put that in there and keep it in place and be able to hold that and show people, hey, this is what you want, equal height, equal light kind of thing. Okay. So I understand how that's probably intended to be used. But again, a lot of times I find it more valuable to show someone that really we're just trying to manage that sight picture as best we can and manage it for the respective shot that's required, which means it's something different for every shot. A close, easy, big target is a different sight picture than a far, hard, small target. It looks like they included some other goodies in here. We got some slaps, some stickers, and a patch here, and okay, all right. Okay, this is interesting. I thought it was just like a lanyard. I mean, it is a lanyard, but what we have here is something I can throw around my neck, and then this has got a little hole in it, so we can clip that on like so. That's kind of cool. That's kind of nifty. And then this is just a lanyard. Okay, yeah, and this one has got the little, hey, right? So, oh, apparently I have attempted to break that already. Oh, okay. Well, I know some of these gizmos are a little bit finicky sometimes. Anyway, so kind of cool. They've thought. I think that they have thought of some pretty nifty things here at guntrainingsights.com, and that is the company. And if you're interested in checking these out, go to guntrainingsights.com. That's our website. That's where you'll find these products that we have shown off to you here today. I'm going to put this back together. I think it's kind of cool. Yeah, that's a cool concept to be able to show, hey, backup irons, red dot. And the truth is, you got those backup iron sights here in the lower part of the window. They really don't need to be up here. They don't need to be a true co-witness all the time, because some people think that. They think that their backup iron should be like this, and they're trying to shoot their red dots with the dot, hanging out over the center of that front sight. And yes, you could do that, but guess what? It's slow, because your backup irons, you want to forget about. They just need to be down here, and your red dot is hanging out up there, or over here, or over there. And that's really how it's intended to be used, because you only use the backups when you need to use the backups. So it's cool that you can show and demonstrate that and talk about it on the range or in a classroom, sharing that with students. Overall, pretty cool product. Oh, one thing I was going to mention is, just by way of, of interest, I suppose, is that these are just made, I think, from Kydex. They look very much just like Kydex material or Bolteron, like what is used to make thermomolded plastic holsters. So we have a lot of this material in our holster shop, in fact, and that's fine. I think but it just is helpful for you to know that's basically what you're getting there. They're well made. They're very consistent. They're very clean. There's no sharp edges. The printing is nice on them. So overall, I think that's well done. So. I don't know what the retail price on this is. I guess I could have looked that up before the video, but as I mentioned, this was intended to be a purely raw experience of what's in the box, see what we got. But if you're interested in this, regardless of the price, if you see value in it, it's probably worth it, especially if you're an instructor looking to communicate things like this to your students. So check them out, guntrainingsights.com. Thanks for watching.